everybody. Welcome to Sport&Nerdy. I am here with my usual reckless delegation. I am here with Guy from the Championship, or soon to be Championship. And I've got Patrick from spending £256 million on a pile of shit.
The hashtag Save the Bridge campaign, that's what we're calling it.
And you've got me representing Newcastle, who can now make loopholes, so it's fine. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, same old. Supporting Chelsea is just a weekly tired old battle.
See, I've given up, mate. No hope, bro. No hope, bro.
Guys, give it. And my club, apparently Tonali's leaving. Apparently Gordon's leaving, according to media. Apparently
Eddie Howe's staying.
Apparently Eddie Howe's staying or leaving. Yeah, St James's Park has been sold to ourselves. I can deal with that. But where do you want to start off with first, guys? Should we start with England? World Cup qualifiers or our club?
I was there, mate.
International break. I've got a lot.
Yeah. I can lead this. Because I was at the fucking stadium twice. I went to that fucking stadium twice and didn't see England win. It was a shambolic performance. No Kane, no gain. Cole Palmer, what the fuck, bro? Cole Palmer, what the fuck, bro? Phil Foden as the number 9. We've done it before. Never worked. Will never work. Never gonna work. It's a failed experiment. He's a 4'2" fuckhole that can't head a ball. Like I said in the chats, the only player in the attack that actually had any fight, charisma, athleticism, balls, if you could call it that, was Gordon. He looked like he wanted to score. It looked like he was actually attacking. Kobbie Mainoo, what an absolute shambles of a player. Get the fuck out the England squad, you're shit. Morgan Rogers can't hit a fucking goal from 5 meters away, skies it into the crowds. The midfield, I mean, it was a midfield, I guess. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, both games, I knew that he was going to play the B team against Uruguay. I knew that already. That was on the cards because he wants to do this experiment, right? So, you've got Solanke, which has been dog shit for us. So don't know why he'll be good in an England shirt. Who else did we have? That was just Madueke got injured because he's shit. Who else was shit?
Never mind who got injured. The whole Arsenal contingent's apparently injured.
Yeah. No, yeah. We'll get onto that later on. Yes, we'll get onto that. But don't worry about that.
Yeah. Jed Spence can't fucking defend to save his life. Can't use his other foot. Well, surprise. Jordan Pickford, you can understand why he's our number 1 goalkeeper. Great distribution, great saves. Trafford, I thought he was all right. He was all right. But no, the games were an utter shambles, mate. We were toothless. It was all possession in the second game, right? It was all possession, no intent to supply, mate. And the thing is, Japan, I don't know how it looked on TV, but they were like a machine in their shape. They kept their defensive shape. And you could see that when one person went to press, they came back and then 2 people went to press. And then what happened was we make a mistake. They capitalised on the transition. They ran faster than if they stole. I was about to say something. It looked like if they stole something from Westfield, mate. I'm not going to say what they would have stolen, but it looked like they'd stole stuff from Westfield and legged it through Stratford, bruv. Like, they were quick. They were on it. Matoma, what a player. He literally nabbed the ball from Palmer, who for some reason forgot he was playing football. I think his brain just switched off. Passed it, completely one-balled it to another player. One ball through the midfield, bish bash bosh in the back of the net. It was shocking. Like I say, people are saying, "Oh, it's only friendlies." Yeah, but you got to realise that B team was supposed to be trying to fight in for a spot on the team, and also, of course, giving me heart attacks. Set piece FC, getting Dan Burn in, slabhead. They tried their best.
Dan Burn did a job. Maguire did a job.
Oh, did you see? I don't know if it was on TV or not, but as soon as Dan Burn came on, he had literally one player. You know that meme of like you just hold someone's head and they're like, He was just literally doing that to the Japanese players. I was pissing myself laughing. But they couldn't capitalise on the corners because for some reason Cole Palmer can't kick a corner. Does he do corners for Chelsea, mate?
Yes. Yeah, he only does it on one side though. We usually have
That's
two
fine.
designated on either side. Like
Yeah.
if Esteban comes on, he takes the right hand side, and no, he doesn't take corners actually. Enzo Fernandez takes the left, and somebody else takes the right.
Yep.
And every time Enzo, it ain't a Chelsea segment yet, but whenever Enzo boots it, he always tries and gets it for the goal. He doesn't even try and bring it into the box.
It was horrible. It was horrible to watch. It was horrible to watch. And also, all of these fucking scrubs, right, who say Jared Bowen should not be in the England squad. Cole Palmer got subbed off. Jared Bowen did more on that pitch than Cole Palmer did, mate.
He'll be on the plane. He'll be on the plane regardless. Regardless if he gets relegated or not.
Stupid pundits, bro. It's these stupid pundits. Like, I fucking hate West Ham. Like, there's no one on the panel that hates West Ham more than me, right? But Jared Bowen is in the England squad. Done. He's better than fucking Solanke.
He has to be on the plane.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't worry. Like, a show towards the World Cup. We'll definitely do a show on the World Cup. So, Patrick, what was your opinion on the Chelsea game?
Before we do that, I might as well.
I felt bad for you before you joined the
about it because my God. So for Thursday night, it was a fantastic start. 2 goals up, fantastic. And then Ryan Manning, you are on Matt Doherty watch as well, you fraud. Yeah. First, I had the shanking penalty in Euro 2020 qualifying. Now it's you. Yeah. When the ball goes out of play and you knew it was going out of play, do you A, leave it, or B, yank him down? What do? Yank him down like a complete idiot. Yeah. You are a pathetic joke. You are crap for Ireland, mate. I shouldn't be angry at players, yeah, but he is one brain dead person to give away that penalty. Yeah. Gave him away the penalty. Second half, we could have had chances to put the game away. We had chances to go one. We had chances to go score a second. And then next minute, Azaz doesn't do anything. Brown doesn't do anything. Troy Parrott tried. You had Adam Eder come on to try and help Parrott. He tried a little bit. You had Kelleher saving shots when he needs to. Brilliant. The back line with Seamus Coleman. Seamus Coleman was good. Yeah. But when we conceded that second goal, I had a feeling we wouldn't qualify. Extra time. They were all over us, the Czechs, all over us in the first half. Second half of extra time, we were all over them. And then it came to the penalties. Parrott did your job. Azaz, Eder does your job. Hang on. Got my little sister here.
All right, so while he's doing that...
Give me 1 second.
Guy, can you send a link to Anton, please?
Yes, I shall do that. So, yeah, you keep the chat busy while I do that.
So Eder does his job scoring. Then it comes to the third penalties each. And this is where it gets dodgy. Kelleher saves. Brilliant. 2-1 up. You don't need to do anything else. All you had to do was slot your 2 penalties away and would be in Tuesday's final. But what does Brown and Azaz do? Miss their penalties like absolute bozos. Yeah. This is why we have championship players playing for the Republic of Ireland. Yeah. This is a joke. Yeah. Manning was in a relegation fight ages ago with Will Still in Southampton. Look where they are now. They're trying to fight for playoffs. But he shouldn't give a penalty like that if the ball was going out.
Yeah.
And then when Brown and Azaz missed their penalties, I felt like a lead balloon. the excitement of me watching the country probably competing for the first World Cup in 2025 for the 2026 since 2002. I've never felt more dejected, more depressed, more upset than I do now because I'm still feeling the effects.
Because it went to penalties,
Tuesday
didn't
night,
it?
Pardon?
It went to penalties, didn't it?
Yeah, it went to penalties, lost on penalties. Tuesday night, didn't watch it. Didn't watch it.
Okay, went to penalties, though. That's
first of all, the company wanted £2.50 for the pay-per-view, right? Second of all, that North Macedonia game was boring as, boring. And when you see Czech Republic, who didn't even lay a glove on us until it was 2-1, right, go to the World Cup and Denmark going out, it just sums up the whole European qualification. Look at Sweden, for God's sake. Didn't even finish bottom of their Euro qualifying, but because they finished top in the Nations League, they got a passage into
Kulusevski was
playoffs.
crying. Kulusevski was crying, bro.
And you know what's even madder? Unlike Mikel Arteta, Graham Potter, ex-Chelsea manager, is getting the best out of Gyökeres.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Jesus Christ.
Am I a prick? Could you see Sweden now go to the World Cup? You're seeing Bosnia, knocking out Italy, bro.
We'll get on to the Italy thing in a minute. We'll get on the Italy thing in a minute. But I'm going to say one thing on the Italy thing later on. But I do feel for you, Patrick, because my wife's got family who live in Ireland. And the whole country is probably feeling even now about what happened.
Mate, this was the best chance of making it.
That's the thing you have.
Earlier this year, we had a film come out called Saipan. Now, for viewers that don't know, 2002, I wasn't even born in 2002, but I know the story. I was born the year
I remember
before.
it. I remember it in the papers, mate.
Ireland qualified for the World Cup, beating Iran. We then go into the World Cup. We go and play at this training complex in Saipan, and it was a shithole. According to Roy Keane, it was a shithole. No kits, no bibs, no balls, no nothing. It was a crap hole. Mick McCarthy thought it would be a joke. It would be like a funny, he didn't even realise, he didn't even care. So he chucked Roy Keane out of the team, and, it caused arguments, it caused media attention. It was bigger than the Queen and bigger than David Beckham and Victoria having a kid, and bigger than somebody showing their tits at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because he did an interview shirtless, didn't he? He did the infamous interview shirtless.
he walked his dogs in an interview as well, and said, "It's just him. It's Mick McCarthy, and Mick McCarthy blaming Roy Keane." Yeah, I'm sorry, but when it was that chance to go to the first World Cup in 2022. 2002, the first World Cup we could have been in. And we beat Hungary in dramatic fashion in that final game.
Yeah, you did. That's the thing.
Message to UEFA, yeah? Sort your European qualifiers out. You should make the top 2 go through, yeah? Never mind the 16 bollocks stuff that you're trying to do, yeah? Make it 2. Because it's unfair, the fact that the likes of Sweden getting it in who hasn't even won a game in the whole of qualifying gets to go to the playoffs because of the Nations League. You got Italy, who finished second in their group, not going to the World Cup. Jamaica not going to the World Cup. Bro, we're all calling the World Cup crap because there's not going to be atmosphere. Imagine the Irish, imagine the Jamaicans, imagine the Scots, imagine the Danes, imagine the Netherlands are going. Imagine all those fan bases congregating all those nations. That would be the best World Cup ever. It would be.
But I think we forget. By the way, Anton, thanks for joining.
Big up, Anton.
Yes.
But I think we also forget the only reason why Sweden are through, it was a certain little striker who went to a certain little club who plays in red, needs to go to the World Cup. Not saying names, Anton. You can't accuse me of being a prick. Just saying. Just saying my opinion.
I've literally just dropped in halfway through the conversation.
I was ranting about my team.
Talking about the World Cup, but I ain't got a clue what else to talk about.
I was ranting about Ireland, mate, and how they decided to get me through the Boulevard of Broken Dreams again. You know, so.
And then I just basically said a certain Swedish striker needs to go to the World Cup to participate in the World Cup.
And again,
just say
a message to Arteta. How can you let Graham Potter, an ex-Chelsea manager that had the worst winning percentage of our club, get Gyökeres to the World Cup and utilise him better than you?
That's the thing.
Sum it up for me. Because that's just hilarious. Italy.
I will say one thing on Italy, though. Tonali did his job, scored his penalty. Everyone else bottled it.
Donnarumma, man, he should have saved that final penalty.
That's
That was an easy save. And he let it go underneath his arms.
But you know what? We've covered England briefly. I don't give a shit about England's friendly game because I was watching stuff on Prime. We covered Ireland. Do we have to talk about? Let's just talk about De Zerbi. What's everyone's opinion?
Roberto De Zerbi.
No.
Oh, Roberto De Zerbi.
No. Two things. I'm only going to say this before everybody else has to say. Two things about De Zerbi. One, can't work out with the board. We've seen that with Brighton, seen that with Marseille. Good luck. And second of all, when he has a go at the players, and we've seen it in that Marseille documentary, I think they're going to turn on him because the players think they're too big for the club. So, good luck, De Zerbi, but I don't think you're going to last 2 minutes.
Before you go, Guy, I want to hear from Anton to just join.
Yeah, let's go, Anton. I want to hear your thoughts, brother.
So is it true he's on a 5-year contract?
Yeah, 5-year deal, mega bucks.
12 million a year.
Mega bucks.
Third highest in the league. Third highest paid in the league.
And apparently,
is there a relegation clause?
No.
Apparently,
apparently, if he gets relegated, apparently he's committed to the championship, which is mad.
Well, you know what? To be honest, if he's committed to the championship, then you know what? I reckon he'll do a good job of them in the championship and getting them up first. I probably got more confidence in getting them up first time round if they do get relegated. But we'll see. I mean, it's not going to be a boring moment for the rest of the season for Spurs, isn't it?
No.
You know what I mean?
But in the last 3 days...
One thing, you Chelsea fans on social media and anyone that I've seen, right? You want De Zerbi at this football club with the problems that he brings to this football club, yeah? Telling him to hijack the move to Spurs to Chelsea, yeah? You know the board ain't going to do that. Carry on, Guy, go.
Right, so it's an interesting one from a Spurs perspective. I'm going to tell you that because obviously we've got the Tottenham Hotspur Trust virtue signalling, saying that we don't want De Zerbi because he protected a domestic violence abuser. Okay, I'm a member of the trust. Apparently, they asked everyone of the trust. I'm a paid member. I get voting rights. You didn't ask me. You didn't ask the rest of the trust. They just put that out. The women, and the proud Tottenham fans say they're not going to come to games anymore. Okay, cool. You don't come to games anyway, so who gives a fuck?
You guys normally evacuate the stadium in like 45 minutes when you're 3-0 down.
Yeah. These proud Tottenham fans. Yeah, no, these proud Tottenham fans. No offense, I've never seen one of you in the stadium, right? So, okay, boycott the stadium if you want. But what's funny is all of these people, right, who are boycotting De Zerbi for moral grounds, they'll boycott De Zerbi, but they won't boycott because ENIC brought him in. Because if they go against ENIC, they're seen as bad fans. So this whole thing has just been bullshit. Absolute bullshit as Spurs fans, right? I've got women going on TalkSport talking about domestic abuse, right? And it's just like, can you stop co-opting my club to push your agenda? I don't care what it is. I don't care. The appointment, honestly, do you want my honest opinion? I don't give a fuck, mate. Is he going to get points? We've got 7 games. We've got Spurs fans discussing what tactics he's going to use and what formations he's going to use and what players that he's going to like and what players aren't going to like him before a ball has even been kicked. We've got Spurs fans and pundits talking about what players Zerbi wants for next season. People, we don't even know what fucking league we're in next season. We don't even fucking know.
Next season.
Do they have two leagues? One for the Premier League and one for the Championship?
Yeah, no, and also, why are we giving him a 5-year contract? Right. People, when was the last time we kept a manager for longer than 5 years anyway, you fucking morons?
Pochettino.
Can you just... Yeah, Pochettino, right? But we still fucking sack the cunt. Right, so all of this shit in the Spurs community, right? Storming a fucking teacup, right? This is my honest to God opinion. I don't give a fuck. It's all about getting points. If you don't get points, fuck off. Simply put, right? He's got one job. That's it. One job. And that's to keep us up. If he doesn't keep us up, we're going down. If he keeps us up, cool, we can talk about all that shit later. But we need to be laser focused on these 7 games. I've got people talking about his philosophy. His philosophy, it's 7 fucking games, bro. He's not, we need to give him time. It's 7 fucking games, bro. Oh, we need to back the manager. What are you talking about? It's 7 fucking games. Oh, we've got to get behind him. The ball hasn't even been kicked. And we've got people who are already Zerbi in and Zerbi out. Our club is a fucking disgrace. It's a joke. It is this is our 3rd manager this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I reiterate. 1, 2, come on, because most of our fans can't even spell believe. So I can't even think they can count past 5. Let's do it, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games, bro. Right? We've got to at least get 10 points out of these 7 games, at least. Otherwise, because I think West Ham, I've always said this because I've got friends who are West Ham fans, optimistic is 8 points, pessimistic is 5 points, right? And we know we're not going to beat Sunderland. We know we're not going to beat Chelsea. And we know we're not going to beat Villa. We ain't going to beat Wolves at home. Where's the points coming from? 7. I keep having to say this. One more thing and I'll let you speak, mate. 7 fucking games, bro. That's it. And I don't care. Just win the games, get some points, bro. I don't care I don't care if I see more draws than Ann Summers, bro. I really don't care. Anyway, Anton, you go, bro.
No, I was just going to say, the last few years, 36, 37 points is enough to survive. So 7 draws. 7 draws you'll be fine with that. You'll be all right. You know what I mean?
The one thing,
what bonus is he meant to be on if you survive the drop? Did I read that he's meant to be on some?
Mate, dude, it doesn't matter because here's the thing. His fans, I just don't get it. Fans are acting like it's their fucking money, bro. Like, here's the thing, right? So all the money, right? If all the money that we lose, right? I don't know how much it is because there's known knowns, unknown knowns, and unknown knowns, right? Because we've also got to talk about, like, we know how much we'll lose from the Premiership. Oh, I keep saying Premiership, Premier League, right? We know how much we'll lose from the TV rights because we know that, right? But we don't know about ticket sales. We don't know about our stands. We don't know about, all of that stuff, right? So let's just say hypothetical, right? Let's just say for easy numbers' sake, right? Let's say we lose, and I know it's not the number, but it's easy to work it out, and we can go in percentages, right? If we lose 100 million, right, and we pay him 50 million bonus, and we're still in the Prem, We still get 50 million instead of losing all of it, bro. I don't care how much the bonus is. I really don't. If he gets a bonus, yeah, give it to him, bro. Because this team is bullshit. They are horse shit. They're worse than that. It's dried cat shit. Like, you know what I mean? So whatever it takes, man, throw the money at him. Because at the end of the day, De Zerbi's holding all the cards on this, bro. Do you really think De Zerbi went into Spurs because he wants to be here? No. They went, mate, we'll give you 60 million. Well, I think I need 80 million. Okay, we'll give you 80 million. No, I need 120 million. They'll just give it to him because we're in no place to negotiate. This is maddening.
The one thing I'm going to say is before anyone continues, sorry. Zerbi this season is the only manager to beat us that's managed Tottenham. We lost to Marseille in the Champions League. That's the thing. If you played us now, you'd beat us. With Zerbi, it's just funny. It's just funny. But also, you got what you got? Sunderland next. Good team, Sunderland. Good team. Shit.
Yeah, good team. Good stadium. Stadium a lot.
Stadium was shot more fucking like. You've also got Wolves. You got. Who's your last game against in the season?
Everton.
Home or away?
Home.
You'll lose that. Fine.
That Wolves game. That's the big.
That Wolves game. That's the clinch. If you lose to Wolves, you're fucked.
That's the one you're expected to win.
No, not me. I said we were going to lose, bro.
Wolves and at home to Leeds. Those two games, you pinpoint your feet right.
The thing is,
4 points out of those two games you should be getting.
The thing is, we've all seen. I said it before in a chat we've all done with KG. They've only the teams they've got left to play in the league. They've only got 1 point from those games. 1 point in 7. You get 1 point in 7, you're definitely gone.
So,
bro, bring this up on the stream. Bring this up on the stream, mate, because this is our fans at the stadium, bro. This is our fans at the stadium. This is literally our fans. Just put that on the screen, bro. That is us. That is us, bro.
That looks like Polino.
Oh no!
Go on, Patrick. What are you going to say?
So I've just had a look at the two main Spurs partnerships that they have, Nike and AIA. So Nike is a 15-year deal, which is roughly £30 million a season. And if
don't forget
if Spurs stayed with Nike till the end of it, that's 450 million quid. Right? Yep. So if they go down, there's no way they're going to have 30 million quid. It will probably be 15. They'll slash it. Right? Then we'll go to AIA, which is the big one, even though they're leaving at the end of the season.
Don't forget Kraken.
Even though they're at the end of the season in 2027, because AIA confirmed it themselves, it's 40 million a season. That would be flat.
That's the thing. There's a lot of hiding on this.
Apparently, there's a Spurs sponsor that is ready to pull out at the end of the season, but we don't know who that is. So it could be like the likes of HSBC, Kraken, Monster, anyone. Any one of them.
The thing is, Tottenham, I said this before on a show of guys that we do, and we did before. Tottenham remind me of Newcastle when we had Alan Shearer on that small little stint he did. When we got relegated with the squad we had back then. That's the thing. So we came up first time round.
So the Spurs sponsors, AIA, Nike, Kraken, BetMGM, Alipay Plus, Sports Illustrated, HSBC. These are the ones that we know. Coca-Cola, Monster, EAFC, Stanley, Cadbury, and Science in Sport. One of those are going to go. Or even half of them are going to go.
I think half will go if you get relegated.
And the fact that...
Yeah, like I say, after Nike, our strip will be Reebok, bruv.
That's not bad, that. Reebok's
back in a big way,
kids. You know.
No, it'll be cash though, man. You know, you join Championship, you might as well do the Championship kit. Do cash though. Haven't got it.
Oh, no, not Castor, bro.
Castor, Macron.
Yeah, Hummel, back to the Hummel.
Lotto,
But-
Rivera.
But you know what, Tottenham, you don't. If you get relegated, you're fucked. Now let's talk about a team that has lost over £250 million revenue in 1 year. Now, before you start, Patrick and Tom,
Oh, yeah, what's that about?
you spent
I'll
how much money?
explain in a minute.
You spent £500 million in the summer, didn't you?
450 actually. You get it right.
Okay, I do apologise. 400. No, in fact,
Don't throw 50 millions at me.
Anton just has to get it in there.
you spent £320 million and you gave us a loan of 130, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Now, you spent that money in, yeah? But that was in one transfer window. Patrick, you've lost nearly enough the same amount of money in one financial year.
Yep.
And you've got nothing to sell.
No, can I? Right, so
Are you gonna throw some body parts or something?
Let's rewind the clock. Let's go all the way back to 2020.
Sorry, Patrick. Go, bring that ball up again.
Yeah, here we go.
Patrick, respect the ball.
I'll kick that ball right in your face in a minute. I'm joking, lad. No, so 2022, we don't spend that much. We only just get a defender, a midfield, a defender, striker, etc. Then 2023 comes round with the absolute batshit people, Winstanley and Stewart, spending nearly £500 million on players already. You've got Enzo Fernandez, Badiashile. Who else did you get in that time? You got yourself and Kunku. Let's not remind ourselves on Kunku. Big thing, big error number one. You sacked Thomas Tuchel for Graham Potter. That's our European.
I can't believe you did that, bro.
That's our European hopes gone in a flash. Yeah. Next thing. We knew our sponsorship with Free was coming to an end, and that was a stupid sponsor. I hated that sponsor. So we get a new spot. We don't get a new sponsor in for the season. That's more money down the drain. No sleeve sponsor, money down the drain. The only thing we had was our Nike deal and our Trivago deal. Those are the only two that survived throughout the entire Abramovich sanctioning. Next minute, you then decide, even though we're not in Europe, we'll still back Pochettino by spending a lot of money on incandescent, abhorrent crap. The Sassy. You also brought in the likes of. You brought in the likes of, who else did you bring in? Caicedo, which I can't have a go at. You then bring in Nkunku, that was the 2022 signing. You bring in Robert Sanchez, which again, heart attack settings.
You also brought in a drug taker.
Yeah, we got
So
Carlo Modric. So this is where it goes down the pan. You spend so much money on these players that finished 12th or 12th that season. What happens to the players' values? They go down. So what do? You have to sell the academy, Livramento, Harvey Hall, Livramento to Newcastle. You
did some Livramento. We sold to Southampton, then we bought him from Southampton.
Yeah,
and you got a massive signing bonus.
Pure profit.
Yeah.
That was in the same time as the Bowley ownership, that sort of thing. We then give away Liverpool Rio to Liverpool. We then sell Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, which I don't like either of them. But where do you sell them to? You don't bring them to Bundesliga. You don't send them to Spain. You send them to direct rivals for less than what we spent for them. Well, Mount was pure profit, but Havertz was less, right? This is the thing. You spunk £1 billion, £2 billion on utter shit, yeah? You spend £2 billion. What do you expect? You expect profits to be an all-time high. You think this is the Glazers. You think this is the ENIC Group. You think this is Fenway Sports. You think this is PIF. You think this is, who else is that? The Quonkies. You think this is the Manchester City 115 charges profit revenue? I mentioned all of them.
Oh, fair. We'll give you that.
What do? We record a loss. We record a loss of this. We record a loss of that. Getting done by UEFA, getting done by the Premier League, probably going to get done by FA. Yeah? This is why Blue Coast sucks. Yeah? You got Enzo Fernandez and Cucurella basically wanting out because they've been criticising this ownership.
Yeah, what's happening with the Exodus, bro?
Because Enzo and Caicedo Enzo and Cucurella have seen the lights. They've seen that this project that's been going on for nearly 4 years now has been wank, has been absolutely dog shit, right? You spend £2 billion on the likes of Mudryk, Caicedo, Enzo, Badiashile, Disasi, Gusto, Fofana, Jorgensen, Sanchez, managers. Let's remember the managers that we had. Thomas Tuchel, fantastic coach. You sack him for Graham Potter, gets us no European football. You then bring in Pochettino, who gets us a cup final, but gets us Europe, but Manchester United send us down to the Conference League because of that incident of them winning the FA Cup. You then bring in, you sack Pochettino, you bring in Enzo Maresca, who stabilised the club for what he could have done with that team. And you sack him because he wanted a midfielder, a centre-back, and he wanted a new goalkeeper. Remember, 20 million quid from Mike Mannion was the difference between us trying to compete for the top 4 and us trying to play from the back. You then sack Enzo Maresca for doing that. And instead of going for an experienced coach that could have been out there like a Zerbi, you could have gone and got a Zerbi, or you could have gone and got somebody else, right? Who do you bring in? Liam Rossini from Strasbourg, because you own Strasbourg. You're gutting a club that has history, making it to Europe for the first time ever. You're gutting them out to help us. And you think this is going to be pure profit either way if you send them to Strasbourg? Piss off, man. Blue Coast sucks to their core. We're nearly over £600 million in debt. We're probably not going to make Champions League, even if Strasbourg are in it, because we made the deal with UEFA with the PSR rulings. If you think this, to any Chelsea fan, trusting this process, trusting anything with this Blue Co group, you are sucking on the teat of lies. They have been lying to our faces for the past 4 years. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to use data-driven. Oh, we're going to try and think. When Stanley and Stewart were meant to be assessed with a 3-window plan, this was after 3 windows, they were going to be assessed. But instead of assessing them, you think they're doing a fantastic performance and you give them new contracts. And what we're going to do, Liam Rossini is going to stay. What we're going to do then? Sign 20-year-olds, sign 22-year-olds. This model ain't working. The model has refused to work. And after Port Vale, after we beat Port Vale, or even if we swear to God we beat Port Vale, we've got Manchester City, Manchester United. Manchester United the day of the protest. And what?
When is it? What date is it? What date is it?
18th of April. They think they're going to come over here. We're going to protest and somehow snatch 3 points off Manchester United. You're dreaming. You're dreaming. Yeah. Champions League has been wiped off. Forget Champions League. If we get Europa League, that's fine. Win the FA Cup, that's guaranteed group stage football, league phase, whatever they want to call it. Get Conference League, we'll try and win it another time, and then we can try and double up everything and, claim that we've won everything twice. Yeah? I'm sick and tired of Blue Co shoving lies down my throat, buying players that we've never heard of, buying 20-year-olds, buying 18, 16-year-olds that can't come to the club until a year later. Yeah? Either pack up, sell out, or get an owner in, or get Todd Bowley in. Get Todd Bowley in, sack the sporting directors, get some in that knows what they're doing. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing Spurs, Newcastle, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal. Every single one of these clubs have experience in their team. Yeah? And we're being left.
We don't have experience. What are you talking about?
No. You get the point though. You got like Romero, Van der Ven. You got like a solid black line. You got experience. Yeah. experience
actually
that
have
can
to
push
fair
your
guy.
team forward.
You have
Yeah,
Palhinha, Madison.
yeah, exactly. Palhinha, Madison,
Okay, okay.
Romero, Van der
As
Beek,
rubbish as he is, even
Liverpool.
Richarlison's been playing in this league for a few
True.
seasons.
Oh, I see your
Liverpool.
point. I see your point.
Liverpool, Mohamed Salah, Gakpo. You got yourself Alisson, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai. You also got McAllister. Yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle's got a crap team, but they still got great players. Gordon, Byrne, Pope, Ramsdale, experienced players. Willock. I could go on and on and on and on and on. I could spend here spending an hour talking about every single team and talking about the experience they have. What do we have? Nothing. A 20-year Endo Fernandez has won the World Cup. That it. Is that it? Endo Fernandez.
I think the difference is not so much the experience when you're comparing your squad to ours. It's how many captains have you got? Enzo Fernandez probably one, but you ain't got no other captains.
Reece James. Reece James is the designated captain, but because he's injured all the time.
Experience, but this, you know what I mean? At least when you look at Newcastle, even Spurs, for as bad as they are, at least you can spot 5 or 6 captains.
When you look at that Chelsea team, only one player has survived the 2021 Champions League final, and that's Reece James. Everybody else was gutted. Everybody else was white, cleared, out, manager out, everybody gone. And the statement that you put out in 2022, we're all in 100% ready to win trophies. Yeah, we're all in. All in. What have we got? A Conference League and a Club World Cup, which we ain't showing that we're world champions. There you go. Exactly. You spend 100 million quid, like nearly 500 million quid on players. $1 billion. I'm sick of it.
But you know what? This agents fees things, if the Premier League or any other league in the world wanted to get rid of this problem, they easily could, you know. I'm old enough to remember when agents used to just look after the commercial part of that they represent. Now clubs rely on agents to find them another club, or they rely on agents to do their scouting for them. So this is basically a chicken's coming home to roost, because agents shouldn't be doing that. Agents should be representing a player, getting them the best deals for their sponsors, getting them best deals for advertisement, magazines and that. They should have nothing to do with clubs. The only time they should be talking to a club is if they're representing their player when they're negotiating a new contract. But clubs should not be going to an agent and saying, find me a player from your roster that will fit this profile because I need a midfielder. They shouldn't be doing that at all. You know what I mean? That's what you pay. That's what you pay scouts for. You know what I mean? When an agent does do that, now you're paying them ridiculous amounts of money to see the transfer go through. And there's even some super agents, what they call them, super agents.
Oh, hey Ramos.
If they don't like the club that they're dealing with, they'll stop the player from going to that club. That ain't right. But the clubs and leagues could easily fix that, but they don't want to. You know what I mean? So
worst bit with us as well. And we've seen it with the board as well, with the manager's side of it. I'm going to talk about the manager's side of things. Again, you don't think Luis Enrique is good enough for us. Look what he did with PSG. You don't think Hansi Flick is good with us. Look what he's doing with Barcelona. You don't think Jurgen Klopp, because you talk to Jurgen Klopp, won't be good enough for Chelsea, even though he won't go back to the Premier League. Look what he did with Liverpool. You think everybody else ain't good enough for Chelsea, but you want to bring a young, exciting manager in. Mark my words. I'm glad I'm not going to be. I'm going to write it down in my own book. Liam Rossini gets sacked in the summer, regardless of what he does. Does he get Champions League football, wins an FA Cup? I don't care. We're getting Gary O'Neill. Mark my words. We're getting Gary O'Neill.
At least Gary O'Neill's better than Liam Rossini. At least he's proved himself at a higher level.
Yeah.
Might not be much, but you've got some sort of record to compare him to. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you now, we are getting
you guys mentioned like what is it? Experienced managers, experienced captains. Guy, nothing. You still got like Romero, Van der Ven, like Madison, like when he's fit and stuff like that. Anton, you got Van Dijk. You got leaders on the pitch. We've got Dan Burn, Trippier, Bruno, stuff like that. Well, sorry, Patrick, you've got like no one. Like you've got like literally no leaders on that pitch. Like we saw it when we played you with a 1-0. A leader would have told Fafana, run after fucking Willock and Gordon. Don't jog. Van Dijk would have told him. Van de Ven would have told him. Dan Burn would have like punched you in the fucking face.
And I don't care. And one more thing before we move on to another topic. I don't care if any of these players are like, oh, we're trying hard, we're doing this. I kind of like Liam Rosenior. I kind of like Enzo Maresca. You're part of the problem as well. Yeah. Pochettino years, you couldn't let Cole Palmer take a penalty because you wanted to take the penalty yourself. Yeah. 2025. When Enzo Maresca tells you to do something, you do it. You don't just sit there and cry and moan. Yeah. You are part of the problem as well, players. You are part of the problem as well. Spineless, gutless, couldn't even put in a performance in against Newcastle, can't put a performance in against Manchester United, can't put a performance in against Manchester City, can't even put, well, you did put a performance in against Manchester City, but that was our interim coach, and Manchester City were in a bit of a mess. Couldn't even put a performance in against Arsenal in any of the games that we had in that era of Liam Senior being here. You couldn't put a performance in against PSG because, you think you're too good and you're world champions. Enzo Fernandez, I'm looking at you, pointing to that Club World Cup badge. Idiot. You may be world champion, but you won't be world champion for long, mate. I think somebody else will take the throne. I'm sick and tired of this club. Every week, the song, the only place to be every other Saturday is strolling down Fulham Road. Do you think anybody's going to want to be strolling down Fulham Road with an attitude like that? It's gonna be anarchy against Manchester United, and I want to win. I want to win that game because I want Champions League football. But we ain't winning that. We're not. I don't think we're going to win another game. And I want this to be a wake-up call to the owners. If you think mediocrity, if you think signing 20-year-olds, if you think signing youngsters, this football club's going to work, leaving us in debt. Yeah, leaving us in £250 million in debt, leaving us in £400 million in debt, tax losses. You think this is acceptable? You think this is your way of running a football club? Yeah, then get the fuck out now. Cash your chips in, get the fuck out, because I ain't going to tolerate this no more. Blue coat out, sporting directors out. Todd Bowley, if you have to buy their shares, you buy their shares. Get Saudi in if you want to. Get anyone to try and help you with this project, because this project is rotten to the core. LA Dodgers is meant to be the big thing, yeah? LA Dodgers is meant to be the big thing that Todd Bowley owns, and he's winning it all, yeah? If we can't be like the Dodgers and buy high-profile people, high-profile managers to try and run this football club to where it needs to be, yeah, then get the fuck out. Yeah, I've had enough.
Patrick, you have been the Dodgers. You've been dodging the tax man. You've been dodging getting fines. You've been dodging certain things in the Premier League. But you know what? We've covered Tottenham. We've covered Chelsea. Any news on Liverpool, Anton? Because I don't even know. I heard one thing, and that was Isak's back from injury. He's back in training. That's what I heard.
Oh my God.
That's what I heard. No, Isak's back in training.
What's this? I'm hearing, Anton, go and do your Liverpool thing. I want to ask you a question as a Liverpool fan, but go on, bro.
No, so you know what? To be honest, since the international break, I haven't been taking no notice of football news because I'm not interested in internationals. So I literally might catch a headline or two. I know it's not much use. We're going on a football panel show right now, but
that's fine.
You know what I mean? So since the last time we spoke, Salah announced that he's leaving. I think there's been more firmer news on Xabi Alonso coming in the summer. I heard something this morning or yesterday that it's rumored to be like a manager merry-go-round. So if Pep leaves City, Vincent Kompany.
No, it's Enzo Maresca.
Maresca. Oh, okay, because what I've heard is
apparently what I read is he's the firm favourite.
Right, okay. Because what I've heard is that Vincent Kompany goes to City, Slot goes to Bayern Munich, and Xabi Alonso goes to Liverpool.
Musical chairs, bro.
That's the biggest, weirdest domino effect I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, probably what I've heard is a load of rubbish and like. But
what's your view on the whole Salah thing doing? Like, what's your view on like Salah leaving and?
So, it's sad, but you know what I mean. I thank him for the 9 years of service that he's given us. It's been one of our greats. You know what I mean. And
not according to Jamie Carragher.
Never mind that prick, man. He thinks AFCON's not serious. He calls us, how can we be champions of the world if the champions of Italy, Spain, everything's in there.
He likes gobbing at little girls on the motorway. So
yeah. He loves glazing himself in self things and thinks he's the next Gary Neville. Piss off, man.
If anyone does watch this video in the future, please do not take these early videos as a staple that we do.
Sport&Nerdy is not responsible for anything the panelist ever does.
Yeah, precisely.
Him, Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville is a bit like David Baddiel and Frank Skinner. So when Frank Skinner and David Baddiel sort of split part ways, you realise how untalented David Baddiel is. You know what I mean? Frank Skinner is a talent. You know what I mean? And that's Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher.
That's CBS. That CBS thing as well. The fact that he's on CBS with Michael Richards.
I can't watch anything with Michael Richards in it because it's just a clown. You know what I mean?
No, when you
he's just a clown. He knows as much football. Oh, go on, Patrick. I was about to say he knows Michael Richards.
When you watch the CBS coverage, and by the way, Paramount will be the new UK streamer, right? So we're probably going to get Champions League football with those four on it. You watch it, and a few years ago, and I would never forget this. There was Kate Abdo, Thierry Henry, Michael Richards, Jamie Carragher. And Jamie Carragher was wearing an Arsenal top for some strange reason. Apparently Michael Richards was wearing it as well. And then he flirts with Kate Abdo, telling about his boyfriend or fiance or something. Like below the belt type shit. I swear they all just ogle. I swear they just ogle. It's
it's another Richard Keys and Andy Gray.
Like you're meant to be there as panelist of a show. Never mind your chemistry. I think the CBS coverage is better than over here. I have to listen to Steve McManaman every 2 minutes. Fletch this, Fletch that.
I don't mind him. He's all
right. But you get the point. You get some weird people on UK TV. Any Aluko, anyone, and then you got American coverage, and you got Jamie Carragher there. And to be honest, what is he doing? What is he doing?
To be honest, out of all the football coverages of our football, the ones that I can take is the USA one when you got Rebecca, what's her name?
Rebecca Lowe,
when she's got the two Robins. They're the two. Yeah. That's the best coverage for me. Other than that, if I have to watch anything on Sky, or I normally have it on mute, and then I'll have someone's watch along on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even a radio commentary. Radio 5 Live is still the best commentary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think it up.
Before we move on from Liverpool, I'm going to ask Anton. I'm going to ask everyone one question. Where would you class Salah in like an all-time great list of the Premier League? In everyone's opinion, that's the thing.
It'll be top 10 for me.
Yeah, top 10.
It'll be top 10, but he won't be in the top 5.
Are you talking all positions or just forwards or?
Just do forwards because obviously he plays forwards. So.
Mind he's coming 6th of all time, and it was something like 6th or 7th. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, records don't lie. He'll come 6th or 7th.
That's the thing. You know what? Like Salah to me, he's a great player. Like he's a phenomenal player. I'm not gonna lie. Can't score in finals to save his fucking life.
Nah,
right.
But he gets
that's the thing. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
No, that's another thing, Anton. We might as well have a conversation about this, considering Salah's leaving. You probably know what I'm going to ask you. Salah or Hazard? Because I'm seeing a load of Chelsea and Liverpool fans argue about this.
But
Salah
it's
or
two
Hazard,
different things, isn't it? I mean, you could effectively play them in the same team. A better comparison would be Hazard Wirtz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, Hazard, because Wirtz ain't done enough yet. He might go on to do great things, but yeah, you could, for me, it's an unfair comparison because you could play them both in the same team. Hazard could play on the right, but that's not his best position. His best position is a false 9 or a number 10.
But the problem, I've seen stuff with Arsenal fans saying Henry or Salah, they don't play in the same position. You can't compare either.
No, like Hazard's pretty much got. Hazard's got the same amount of trophies as Salah in the Prem, bar the Champions League. You got what has he got? 2 Premier Leagues. Salah's got 2. He's got an FA Cup and a League Cup to his name. Salah's got 2 of those. You have Salah's got 1 FA Cup. And he's got 2 League Cups.
2 League Cups,
He's got a Community Shield. He hasn't, right? If we're talking as like equals, never mind the continental stuff. If we're talking equals, they're equal. They're equal as each other. Obviously, I'll say Hazard better because he caused Coquelin to go on the spin, right? But he scored the goal and the goal that he scored against Tottenham to win the league, Leicester, right? But if we're talking the one that's been consistently doing it, I would say Salah because Hazard has had those seasons where he wins the league with us, and then the next season he doesn't do nothing.
Yeah,
and then he wins little things.
Yeah, the thing is, we look at Salah now in the last year, even though last year he was racking up wicked numbers, but it wasn't like vintage Salah. But it's easy to look at Salah now and think to yourself, yeah, he's all right, but he's not all that good. But prime Salah, the same prime Salah, is it 2 weeks in a row where he scored pretty much the same goal, where he's like weaving in and out of the whole of defence against Watford, and then the following week against City, and he scores with his left foot. Well, I think one with his right foot.
Look at his Puskás goal against Everton, bro.
That's the thing.
Prime Salah was unbelievable. He changed his game a bit because even though he was still quick, he wasn't, you know what I mean, his dribbling wasn't getting him past the man and that, but he was still finishing chances. This year, no one hasn't been scoring, and I think that's down to Slot just can't get the best out of his forwards. You know what I mean? Because if you look at Wirtz, I haven't seen none of the games, but I heard that Wirtz has been playing wicked for Germany. Yeah, you know what I mean? People have been asking, like, where is his Wirtz playing in a red shirt?
But again, you just got to think of the tactic.
You can't get the best out of his players.
No, it's the fact that Nagel's like. I'm not trying to slag off managers. I'm not trying to slag off the international game. But when you have managers that know where the positions they know they fit in, like Nagelsmann with Germany can play Wirtz where he naturally is, and he can get the better of him. Hungary can get the best out of Szoboszlai. Slot wants to put him right back for some weird, stupid reason.
Yeah, that drives me mad. Your best midfielder, player of the year, and you're putting him out of position.
Yeah, and the fact that the international managers can actually play them where they actually play. Yet when Slot goes in and plays them in the Premier League, they're like, right, same again, lads. Wirtz in the middle. You got Szoboszlai at the right back, even though you have Frimpong. He could easily play in the midfield with McCallum. That could have been the dream midfield right there.
He doesn't want to drop players. He doesn't. He's so much like Arteta. Doesn't rotate his players. Just because you got a quartet of good midfield players doesn't mean that you have to play them all. You know what I mean? You can drop two. You can drop two. Yeah. Play 2 in one game, and then the following week play the other 2. You can mix and match. But he just.
I mean, look at my manager. Germany's playing Woltemade up front, and he's doing bits for Germany. Yeah, and Eddie Howe's putting fucking Woltemade in fucking midfield.
Yeah.
What?
He's got. Like my one as well. Tuchel could put Reece James in right back, but for Chelsea he plays centre mid. And I don't look, I don't mind Reece James playing in the central midfield. He's a bully in that midfield. But when we need the pace, when we play against a Martinelli, or we're playing against a Salah, or we're playing against like Harvey Barnes or something, we need Reece James there because he's got the muscle. He's got the muscle to take him off the ball on that position. If you put him in the midfield position, the game's fucked. You can't. There's nothing you can do because what you're going to do, play Gusto there, or Gusto bobs down the wing every 2 minutes, and you've got Pedro Neto trying to overlap, and Gusto can't get back. James can stay on that halfway line if he wants, and
definitely.
then he can do what he needs to do. With Szoboszlai, he's in right back, but then he takes free kicks. So when he takes the free kick and he knows he can't get back on that right hand side, that's where you need Frimpong. You've got the midfield, you could easily take him off the ball.
Yeah.
But Slot doesn't get. I just don't get how last year Szoboszlai, that core team, Szoboszlai in the middle, won the league title, yet this season he thinks it's okay because he's for champion and he spunked 450 mil to then put Szoboszlai right back and think everything's going to be upsy doozy. I don't get it.
It's like he's done a Arteta with Partey when he put Partey right back continuously. And I think you can't do it. Play your best players in positions they need to, and you'll get an outcome.
I think the managers should literally watch the international games. I think they should. Instead of going like Ibiza or going to the Cotswolds with their family, actually watch the international games and see where your players are playing. Because if you're seeing everybody play in their natural position, where they should be, you can get the best out of those players in those positions. Stop trying to be a Pep Guardiola and a Mikel Arteta, because if Pep's playing, I don't know, Ake in centre mid, Ruben Diaz is right back. You had Bernardo Silva coming back as a centre back. Stop trying to do that weird, janky stuff and actually play to the players' strengths.
But does that mean also that Arsenal's best strengths are having all their fucking players faking injury?
That's just crazy to me. That's just stupid.
We'll cover Arsenal quickly before we cover Marlot, because Marlot's ridiculous.
That's just stupid.
I
personally don't have a problem with it, because I remember Fergie used to do it, and I'm not interested in international football at all. So if it was up to me, I wouldn't want none of my players going on international duty. I just find it funny that there's nothing subtle about what Arteta has done. It's just so brazen, so blatant that he's just pulled all of the players out from every international team. It's more funny than anything else.
I think the only two that survived the entire international break was Gyökeres and Norgard, because obviously they were in playoff action.
And Calafiori.
Actually, to be honest, those players that's pulled out from injury and that, I think all of them been played with niggles or injuries anyway. Because we've all been watching Arsenal the last few games.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just look like they run out of
legs.
Running
them into the ground.
Yeah.
He's been running. This is the thing about Saka. I keep saying this. When Saka had his injury, right? I said the only thing I said to Arsenal fans was like, please, Arteta, do not run Saka into the ground, because we're going to need it for the World Cup. What does he do? He's run him into the ground, and Saka's been shit.
Yeah.
And England.
I don't think you're going to see the same Saka that you did 2-3 seasons ago. I'm a big believer. I know I keep on saying it. I'm a big believer in the 500 games. Like every top player's got 500. There's an article I read in the article.
Have you seen the chart? Have you seen the chart? There's a chart. I'll have to find it, right. So I'll see if I can find it, right. So there's a chart that charts the amount of games for his age. Yeah, right. So you've got Cole Palmer here. Got Phil Foden here, right? I'm doing relatives because I remember the graph. So you've got Cole Palmer here, Phil Foden here. Saka's like this, man.
Yeah.
So your 500 game theory, I think, is spot on.
It's something I've read in Athletic, and they reckon that the average player, I mean, you're always going to have exceptions, people like Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi and that, but every player's got like 500 games in them, so miles on the clock. And it's very rare, apart from your Rooney, Messi and Ronaldo, it's very rare when you get like a teenage sensation, starts off his professional career at 17, 18, and goes on to have a stellar career right through until in their early 30s. Normally, if they start off that young, they're not so good when they get to their mid-late 20s, or sometimes you get some with a late spurt where, you know what I mean, they sort of like do their little thing in the early 20s. All of a sudden now, they hit the big time when they're 25 and they go on to have a stellar career into the early 30s. You know what I mean? And it's very rare that you'll get someone that for 14, 15 years of their professional career is just up there all the way through until they retire. People look at
James Milner,
Messi and think that's the norm, but it's
like James Milner is the only player I could think of. Like James Milner, he
Look
started
at this. Look at this. I'm just going to share my screen.
The thing is, with James Milner, he started off.
He's had a good career,
but he's had a great career, and the reason why he's like the number one top Premier League appearance is because he's played a lot of his games as a substitute. You know, but he hasn't been playing constantly.
I think even like we see Saka and like,
look at that.
Yeah, it's mad.
That is mad. That is mad.
And the thing is that 500 games sort of like theory, it gets cut down short as well as soon as you have a serious injury. So if you have a serious injury, you could definitely cut 25, 50 games out from that as well.
This is the problem. The problem is what happens if you play more games? You've got a higher risk of injury. That's the problem. And
he started it in 2023-24 when, you know, he was limping every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were all there joking, oh, here we go, limping time again.
So
but he's been doing he's doing it again and again and again. It's like, and I'm like, this. Imagine he can't go on, and he will go on, but imagine he can't go on in like 2 years' time. And you gave him a new 5-year deal, which is $300 a week.
300, was it 5-year contract, $300 a year? Right. And if this is the standard, if this is the Saka that you're going to have until how old is he now? 24.
24.
So
24, 25.
Yes, yeah, star man now. He's no longer star boy.
If this is the Saka you're going to have until he's 29, and this is the person you're going to pay $300 a week for, is that worth $300 a week? At least and
he can't play centrally. See, this is the thing, right? So we look at all the wingers. We look at all of the wingers, right, that are old, right? So we look at Ronaldo, we look at Gareth Bale, and we look at Son Heung-min, right? So these are quite. I know they're Tottenham heavy, but it is what it is.
No.
They started out on the wings, and now they play more centrally. Why? Because when you're a winger, you need pace.
Yeah,
we've already seen. I was going to call him Whacker.
They got the know-how. When they've lost the pace, they've got the know-how to play in the middle and see a pass.
What happened when Arteta played in through the centre?
Nothing.
Bullshit.
Yeah. The thing is, Mons, the guy who's on the Bants, Big Six Bants, he made me laugh because all Saka has got, and he sort of like described it.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're doing.
He's got the ball and he goes. That's all he does.
And he cuts in. So he does the leg thing. He goes, cuts in,
he hasn't got no tricks at all. You know what I mean? So
we've got
Arsenal.
the set pieces now. That's all he's got.
Arsenal dug themselves in a hole there because from the time you start paying Kai Havertz and Odegaard, $280,000 a week, and then you got your star boy who you want to keep. He has to be the top player. You know what I mean? But he's already sort of like busted his flush a couple of seasons ago. That's the best you're going to see of him. 2-3 seasons ago.
He's predictable. He's been completely locked up this season because he does exactly what you say. That video that I posted, right? He's an Arsenal fan, and he was going on. He is so predictable. It is unreal. Like as soon as you see it, he either does the little side steps, right? He either cuts in, shoots on his left, or he passes it into central, or passes it potentially does a back pass.
Yeah.
So like,
there's nothing inventive about his play. But then again, if I'm going to give him a little bit of a break, that might be down to how he's coached with Pep, with Arteta's system as well. You know what I mean? But the thing is, because he's signed his future to Arsenal, and Arteta don't look like he's going to go anywhere soon. This is basically how he's going to be. It'd be interesting.
Arsenal.
It'd be interesting to see in the World Cup if he plays any different. If Tuchel could get anything different out of him.
I don't want him at the World Cup, mate. I don't want him at the World Cup. I don't want him in England. I do not want him starting.
Arsenal in like a couple of games' time.
I could theoretically see Palmer play on the right and Tuchel trying to play Saka as a cam. I could theoretically see that happening.
Should be the other way around. Should be the other way around then. If that's the case, if you're going to play them
two, be the other way around, mate. Because Palmer's shit on that right.
Oh, I know, but you get the point. You get the
point.
If Saka can't do nothing at Arsenal, if Saka can't do nothing at Arsenal, Tuchel may have to reinvent and put him in the cam and see where it goes from there. If it doesn't work as a cam, swap it back round. Because I think, again, Palmer plays on the right for us and he does all right on the right. He knows what he needs to do. Saka can't do nothing on the right because he keeps getting locked up. You put him in the cam, you never know.
But is it Morgan Rogers? Morgan Rogers is more in would go in front of those two to go cam, though, isn't it?
Probably got so many fucking cams, bro. We've got so many fucking cams.
I'm just saying this though. Our left side, our left wing side. I
haven't watched England international for ages, but just thinking at the top of my head, if you're going to play a 4-3-3 and you're going to play two pivots, then you got what's the Nottingham Forest boy?
Anderson.
Anderson White.
Anderson and Rice is your pivot, and then Morgan Rogers more advanced. I mean,
but then you've got the Jude Bellingham question, then you've got the Phil Foden question, then you've got this question. To be honest, like I say, the England squad is completely tapped when it comes to attackers, because the only problem we've got at England, if there's no Kane, there's no gain. It's as simple as that. If Kane is not on the pitch, no one scores. I've seen it so many fucking times, and everyone keeps, because I know I'm biased, right? Because Kane is one of our own. But if you just saw those two England games, you could tell, right? There was chances being created, but we could not take those chances. It's because, and also no one can head the ball, and people miss sitters from just outside the box. Our problem isn't our cams or even our midfield or even our defence. It's who gets to play in those attacking roles, and it's a shit show. And this is the thing: if there's no Kane, there's no game, bro. If Kane gets injured at any point in the World Cup, kiss hug world hopes goodbye. It's as simple as that.
But also the other thing is, we all know the English media are bastards. So the question is, who's going to be the scapegoat if everything goes belly up? Because they can't blame Tuchel. They can't blame.
There's plenty of black players to blame it on. I
wasn't trying to word it that way, Anton. Jesus. I wasn't trying to word it like that.
No, I'm not saying it's you, Patrick. I know exactly how the media is. When we do fail, when I say we, because I don't support England, but when England do fail, there'll be plenty of black players in the squad to pick on. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of scapegoats.
Oh, fuck it. We'll just put all our chips on the Bellingham, yeah? Fuck it. That's
say that, man.
If I'm gonna be real, the darker you are, the more prone you are to be made a scapegoat. So if you're Saka, if you're Eze, if you're Gahey, lock off your social media as soon as the season done.
Rashford, if Rashford gets on the plane.
Rashford would be public enemy number one.
Oh yeah, they always blame Rashford. They always blame Rashford.
Marcus, it don't matter how much hungry kids you feed. That's all going to be forgotten when you come out of the World Cup.
Oh my God.
How am I going to get a strike on YouTube for this fucking shit?
Oh, mate, you know. Nah. He's right, though. He's actually right. That's the reason why it's funny.
It's fucking just. But you know what? We've covered.
Here we go.
We've covered
Right, I'm not right.
Go
This is the last time, right? These are the scapegoats that could be the scapegoats. By the way, the words and views ain't a part of us. It's, you know, media problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Bellingham, Saka, Rashford, Arnold, Sancho, Tomori. If they get picked, before you go to America and you turn off your phones, just lock off. Lock off, because you're going to be.
I'm also going to add one more thing, and I was going to allow America. I was going to allow these players into the country because of what's based on America. Because you know what that American media is like.
No, bro.
You know, and that's just my opinion. But you know what?
I mean, this World Cup being in America is probably the worst place that this World Cup be held in, right? Because right now, Trump's got beef with everyone. He doesn't like England because we never joined the NATO, never joined in this. No, we're going off. It's related.
Quick thing before we talk about Trump and
Germany.
Tell me why Cole Palmer's on here as a black footballer.
Sorry, what's
that? Before we go back to Trump, right? Think of all these black players, right? Ivan Toney, Eze, Colwell, and Nketiah, Rico Lewis, Konza, Mainu, Giz White, Gomez, Madueke, Curtis Jones, Rogers, Skelly, Chalobah, Spence, O'Reilly, Kwanzaa, Cole Palmer.
You know what? If Tuchel really want to wind up the trolls, right, on the first game, he should just field an all-black team. Watch everyone lose their fucking shit.
And just to confirm, Cole Palmer is 113 on the official England website.
You know what? We've covered Tottenham.
Try and fucking
we've
sort
covered
that out.
Chelsea. We've covered Liverpool. We've had no Arsenal representative. We've covered them. We're not covering United because fuck United. Do we have to
weren't going to go on about the Trump's geopolitics, but you know, fuck Trump.
We'll cover that later on. Don't worry about that shit. do we have to cover my team?
Yes.
We sold a stadium. We sold our stadium to ourselves.
Selling your own stadiums for PSR reasonings, then fucking having a go at Chelsea for doing the same.
What's this?
I don't want you
news
about
I heard.
Keep my. Hey, I'm going to do a Will Smith here. Keep my club's name out your fucking mouth. Yeah. Keep my club's name out your mouth.
What's the... So Rob, what's this latest news I heard? I saw a headline that Eddie Howe's job is under threat again for the upteenth time.
I saw that, and I was just like, apparently his job's under threat. Tonali's leaving to go to United. Apparently Gordon's going to Liverpool. Livermento's going to City. Apparently Bruno's going United. Lewis Hall's going United. Everyone's going fucking United by the looks of it. It's all bullshit. I see Tonali going to United, granted, I'll give him that. Lewis Hall staying at the club because he's signing a new contract. Livermento's going to go City, and Gordon's staying at Newcastle. And Eddie Howe, I think his job's under threat because of what happened in the Sunderland game.
Well, according to the Newcastle chief executive, he does not have a stance on the future of Eddie Howe. The club are, quote, not looking to make a change at the moment. But I've heard another report saying that he's got 7 games to prove to the Newcastle board that he is the man.
That's the thing. And if Eddie Howe gets sacked, my statement is true because I still want him out.
So wait
Even you
flip flop. Yeah, no, I'm not taking your bullshit, man. You flip flop. You flip flop more than fucking KG does about Amorim, bro. No.
The thing is, Rob, he's got 7 games to save his job, and you're mid-table right now. So, what is he going to have to get to save his job? Because
I think they want. I think they want Europe. So they said. I think they said to him, like, you have to get us Conference League at least.
Right.
What position is that?
And
what's our coefficient at the moment? 7th.
I think it's 7th at the moment. That's all I know. I don't know what coefficient is. That's the thing. I'm not looked at it.
If you get Conference League, you'd probably win it. Well, actually, you might not because you might not be able to get players.
No, but there's the Aston Villa problem. If Aston Villa win the Europa League and they finish 6th, and knowing they finish in the top 4 and they win the Europa League,
Yeah, there'll be another spot.
the 6th place team will get the league phase football. So even if you finish outside the top 5, 6th place, if all goes well with Aston Villa, but then again, Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest are in the exact same side of the bracket. So if they both make it through their games, they've got each other in the semi-finals. And imagine if Forest go through, then that's every coefficient fucked.
Mm-hmm. But the way I see it, people like I've heard Richard Key saying apparently Newcastle going to be sold for 500 million according to Richard Keys. Fuck off,
never mind what he says, man. He chats more about women than he does football.
Like I say, apparently Daniel Levy is suing Tottenham Hotspur. He's not. You can't sue Tottenham Hotspur, you dickheads. You can't sue Tottenham Hotspur. The club that you're suing Eni, who are based in the Bahamas.
But I'm just saying this though, yeah. Newcastle
suing them for unfair dismissal or something.
He's not even doing that. That's the thing, right? So at the moment, Daniel Levy, obviously, he got ousted from the club in his position, right?
Yeah.
So Daniel Levy says, and this is all hearsay, none of it's been actually proven or not. This is the rumors, yeah. Daniel Levy says that he should have more shares than he has, based on a gentleman's agreement and trust settings with the old man Lewis, right? So a gentleman's agreement with old man Lewis, right? So his disagreement isn't with the club. His disagreement is with Lewis and the Lewis family. Their company is based in the Bahamas. It doesn't come under UK law anyway.
I wonder why.
I wonder fucking why. So if Daniel Levy is hiring a law firm to look into it, that's like me saying I'm hiring if I get sacked unfairly, that's like me looking into unfair dismissal. It means fuck all. It just means that I'm looking for legal representation. They've taken the rumor he's looking at legal representation, and they're going 1 + 2 = 200, bruv. It's madness. And this is the problem with journalists.
Has Daniel Levy signed an NDA?
Well, I mean, the only reason why it's ridiculous is that you can't take someone to court over a gentleman's agreement if nothing's written down in stone.
But no one knows, dude. It's all. Yeah, no one. The only person that knows is Daniel Levy.
Yeah, but right. You say no one knows. That's even more of a reason why it's ridiculous that it should go to court if it does. Is because if nothing's written down, my word against yours don't count for nothing in the court. They're just going to say.
But maybe you've got
something. They're just going to dismiss it.
But even the thing is, even right. So say if there is something written down, yeah. Even if there's something written down or not, yeah, it doesn't come under UK law anyway.
Right.
It doesn't come under UK law because all the ENIC is not based in the UK. It's based in the Bahamas. So it falls under what Bahamas? What's the Bahamas called? The Bahamians? Is it Bahamians? No, Bahamians? I don't know. It comes under like Caribbean law. Bahamas is in the Caribbean, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so it goes under their law. It's got nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with Tottenham Hotspur. It's just a little disagreement that the Lewis family and Daniel Levy need to sort out. It's just that. This rumor is just snowballed into. I have been on panels and tried to explain this to people. And people call me. I've been called every name under the sun, right? I've been called a liar. I'm like, go and look at ENIC. Where's their company registered? Go on the website. Oh, it's registered in the Bahamas. Fuck you, bruv. Shut up, man. You're talking waffle, bruv.
So they call you a liar just to be proven right.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. This is the problem, man. And here's the thing, with the Newcastle thing. And remember, dude, you know when the news broke that you had a transfer ban, right? A transfer ban, and it wasn't. It was just a 2-year suspended ban for the first team, but it's your academy ban. Everyone was sending me messages in the Spurs community going, lol, they've got a transfer ban next year. They don't read. We've got to realise our fans can't fucking spell. No wonder they can't fucking read.
It's like everybody. It's like every other fan there. We got lost.
It's modern day. People just read the headlines and they read the stand first and don't read nothing else.
No. I got an article. I got sent an article on Bloomberg, right, by a mate, yeah? Because on Bloomberg you have to pay, yeah? He just read the whole thing. I read the article. Do you know what the article said? The whole entire article. 3/4 of the page went through the history of Daniel Levy's tenure at Tottenham Hotspur, yeah? What he's achieved and what he hasn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the same old bullshit, right? Built a stadium, took over from Alan Sugar, Champions League final but didn't get there. Same crap, right? And then the final paragraph, Daniel Levy may seek legal advice in this dispute.
May.
Off, bro.
May.
The thing is about Newcastle, because we're on a massive tangent about Tottenham. Yeah. Thanks for that, guy. You literally.
But no, it's the journalism, man. Don't trust it.
No. We get back to Newcastle.
You know what? I will just say one thing though. Yeah. What you said about it being like laws in Bahamas, I've just been reliably informed that some laws might actually be relevant to this country, even if he's got a contract over there. There might be one or two.
But that's why you seek legal advice, right?
Anton,
right, okay, yes, fair enough. Fair enough.
Anton, considering you know more about the Caribbean and stuff, not that way thing, is some of the Caribbean things still part of the Commonwealth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is Bahamas still part of the Commonwealth?
I think so. You lose track of who's got independence now, even though they say independence, but it's not independence.
Yes.
If Bahamas are part of the Commonwealth, then
but it was,
British law.
If it isn't, it was, yeah.
If categorically,
it's still part of the Commonwealth.
So British
still
law
member
is
of the Commonwealth
then.
So it all depends.
Bahamas is part of the Commonwealth, so I'm assuming British law is still in there, isn't it?
It still recognises King Charles as its like sovereign leader or something. I had a quick look.
But that's why you seek legal team. This is why you seek a legal team to clarify all that. These people are acting like B-Tech wannabe bloody businessmen and not even B-Tech. We're talking GMVQ level, bro. GMVQ lawyering. I'm like, nah, bro, just shut up, bro. As one journalist puts out a headline like, oh, you know, Newcastle are selling their stadium to themselves. They're going to see a fine. Everyone thinks, oh, it's going to be £400 million fine.
The thing is, I looked into the fine. I've spoken to a Chelsea friend of mine. I've also spoken to a Pompey friend of mine. And even they said, Rob, the maximum will be like 10, 15 million pounds.
Here we go. The Bahamas does not follow UK law directly. It operates under a legal system rooted in England common law. As an independent nation, it passes its own laws via Parliament, but maintains legal ties to the UK through its final appellate court, the Judicial Committee, and the Privy Council in London. The foundation of the law is common of English law, supplemented by local legislation, and its parliamentary decree based on the Westminster system.
Which means fuck all to me, bruv. Which means here's the thing, it doesn't mean fuck all to anyone unless you know the shit in and out. If you don't know the shit in and out, shut the fuck up.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I would double down on my first thought of it then. It's not so much where the law is situated. It's more down to what's written down, what's written down on paper. A gentleman's agreement don't mean anything. You can't take someone to court with a gentleman's agreement. If something is written down, then you'll have to sort of look into whether law in Bahamas does relate to here or whether it's sort of like applicable. You know what I mean?
Bro.
But if you're going to gentleman's agreement, then there's nothing to see.
The thing is, Tottenham had a gentleman's agreement with Harry Kane, and then let him leave for a whole season. So gentleman's agreements don't fucking exist.
It's just the thing is, my whole thing, and like I say, it's not that it's in the Bahamas or not. It's that people are acting like they know what's going on, and it's like no one knows what's going on. No one knows what's going on with like the Newcastle shit. No one knows exactly how much they're going to get fined, or if they're going to get fined at all, or what action's going to happen. It's just that they've done it. It's been done. It's a bit shady, but you know, do you know the way?
I just want to ask one more question on this issue.
Yep.
Does anyone have any idea which legal entity Daniel Levy was meant to have his contract with? Because apparently they've got companies in several different countries. It might not be Bahamas. It might be Bahamas. So,
but the problem is, didn't Lewis get done for embezzlement like a few years ago? I read it. Apparently,
I think so.
Old man Lewis got done for like
he got done for loads of shit.
Crap.
They're also trying to get him on betting stuff as well, because apparently he did something around betting, but then he said he didn't. Match fixing. I don't know, bro. But here's the thing: I'm okay saying I don't know.
I love the fact that this is the Newcastle segment, and we go into legal shit.
Sorry, it's more a rant on how people portray things. It's more a rant on how people portray things, where like they hear it on some YouTube channel or they read it in an article. They just read the headlines. The person on the YouTube channel acts like they know they're shit. They don't. They just read the headline too.
But you know what it is, guys? It's a slow news week, isn't it? It's an international week. So any little thing, any little nib, any little news and brief is gonna be a subject for any YouTube or any newspaper article.
Yeah.
As soon as the FA Cup starts on the weekend, all this shit will be forgotten.
Oh, we might as well preview that.
No, we'll leave like the last like 15 minutes ish. But also we're doing another 2-hour stream again. Jesus. The thing is, the whole like stadium thing. Yes, it's shady. Yes, it's shady as fuck. But Chelsea got away with certain things. We found a loophole. We've exploited it. Move on and shut the fuck up. I mean,
we should expect this as normal practice now. We should expect this as normal practice.
I think we got a food court thing called the Shack. I think it's called the Shack or the Shack, something like that. We own that as well. We're going to say that to ourselves. Someone also said in the chat, I think it was Nick, the prick, said about like selling the women's team to ourselves. We'll probably do that in the future.
We did that.
Yeah.
You did that. And I mean, there's the loophole still there. But Eddie Howe, if he leaves in the summer, I don't know what the fuck I want in the summer if Eddie Howe leaves. Come back to me in the summer. I'll come back to you. I can tell you guys.
You can take.
Yeah, but you'll be Eddie Howe in then.
No, I won't. Shut up, guy, dickhead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Newcastle somehow gets European football in the last 7 games. Yeah, I want him right in. Get him in.
Yeah, exactly, brother. What are you talking about? If you win every game, you win every game from now to the end of the season, you'll be like, yeah, I'm keeping Eddie Howe. He's really turned it around.
Losing to Sunderland on the 3rd game week. I want him out. This ain't good enough. I want him out now.
But you know what? Let's cover the FA Cup game before we call it a night, because 20 to 12 I need to go to bed.
We got Southampton, Arsenal, Chelsea, Port Vale, Man City, Liverpool, West Ham.
The big game is Man City, Liverpool.
Yeah, go on, Anton.
I'm not hopeful. I don't know what Liverpool will turn up, and chances are it'll be the bad Liverpool that will turn up on Saturday.
What, the one that we drew with?
Yeah, I reckon that'll be the version of Liverpool that you're going to see. The good Liverpool that you saw against Galatasaray, those sort of performances are few and far between. So I think you're going to see the bad Liverpool on Saturday, and it's going to be away. It's going to be at the Etihad as well. So
early kickoff as well.
I will say this though: the winner of the FA Cup is going to be out of the winner out of that group, that match. If Liverpool do overcome City, and they play, I can see them going all the way.
Yeah.
But I reckon
I just don't want Arsenal to win it, brother. I don't want them to win it. I just need them not to win it.
They can't win finals, can they? They get to a final and bottle it.
Well, no, the reason why they get to finals because they get easy games to go all the way there. I mean, who they got? Is it Southampton?
Yeah, Southampton at St Mary's.
Yeah, they've been getting buys all season. You know what I mean? And then
Remind me,
as soon as they
because it's
a decent team, they fold.
Quick one. Remind me. I'm really tired today. Are these on 2 legs or just 1 leg on this stage?
It's one game straight knockout.
So it's got to play.
It's got to be played for.
Play to finish on the weekend.
Yeah.
So it'll be extra time.
Was everyone's predictions? Was everyone's predictions for the City Liverpool game?
Liverpool on the high. No,
the problem is you've both been shit.
We got the Champions League the following a few days later. I don't want it to go to extra time. So whatever happens, I want it to done in 90 minutes. But I got a feeling City 2-1.
City 2-0.
Okay.
I mean, look, I think. Look, Pep Guardiola has already got 1 trophy. I think he's going to go for another. So I think I'll go for a City win, but I'm not going to put money on it like I did with the Arsenal game because I knew that Arsenal were going to lose it because Pep always little bros Arteta.
I'm saying City 3-1. I could just see they're on a high from winning the Carabao Cup and
3.
I can just see it. I can just see it. Chelsea, Port Vale, big team, good team. Port Vale, good team.
Well,
is that
is that the bridge? So 7,500, about the 10,000, 7,500 in one end, so probably the shed end for Port Vale. The fact that they're fighting relegation means absolutely bugger all to them, considering the fact that they knocked out Sunderland and knocked out some of the big guns in the Premier League already. And Chelsea are bipolar disease, so we play one. We're like Malakia. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. So I'm gonna have to back my boys, but it won't be easy.
Yeah, I mean you're bad, but you're not that bad. You should win.
Well,
you'll win.
Think of it. League Cup. If we want to go further back, League Cup. We were behind against Lincoln. We had to wait until the second half to get back into that. We got pegged back by Cardiff. The only 3 easy games that we've had in the FA Cup this season is actually the 3 teams that we've actually played against. We had Charlton in round 3, Hull in round 2, round 4. We had Wrexham. Wrexham was a tough game. The fact that they went 1-0 up, then 2-1 up, then we had to come back 3 times to win that game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to back my boys, but I will expect Chelsea to do their shenanigans.
You lot are getting
2-1.
You lot are getting worse under Rosidia, though, ain't you?
Yeah, we are collapsing.
You are.
Quick. It's basically Graham Potter 2.0. He gets brilliant wins here and there. He beats Crystal Palace with a counter. He beats teams left, right, and centre that can easily be beat. But when it comes to championship clubs, we can't beat them. We will have to beat 2-0. 2-0. 2-0, but it won't be easy.
2-0. I think a scrappy 2-1 Chelsea win.
Actually, 2-1. I want let Port Vale.
Yeah, I think they'll get through, but it won't be pretty or convincing, but they'll get through.
No.
I'm going to go completely against the grain. I'm going to say 2-1 Port Vale because
if that
happens, probably you're going to have an emergency meeting.
The thing is,
Jeffrey Lewis will lose.
Robert, I want you to get on this stream immediately after we lose. I want a 15-hour emergency stream.
Guys, if my wife's birthday on Saturday, I can't even watch any games. We're going out for a day.
I'll be away this weekend, but if they lose, I'll make it for that emergency stream.
Yeah, I'm scared. We need to win. We need a Wembley visit, but it won't be easy. It won't be.
Who's that Port Vale player that scored against Sunderland?
Newcastle fan, weren't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He'll score the winner. Just do me a favour and score a winner and put Chelsea out of the misery. Southampton, Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah, it's going to be Arsenal.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be Arsenal. I want to do shit as and say it's going to be Southampton, but
if Southampton does win, you definitely have to have an emergency stream for that.
Oh, Lee will do his 12-hour emergency streams. He'll get drunk. He'll start like being abusive, and then he'll start losing more friends than he's already got because he's.
And they will see the world famous tweet after Southampton say, "Oh, victory against Arsenal in the FA Cup." We'll just see a quote tweet from him. What favour Southampton in?
Yeah.
And our last game is. Have we got any Premier League games this week? No, we haven't.
Leeds. No, because it's FA Cup.
Leeds West Ham on Sunday.
Leeds West Ham Sunday.
The big thing is all the EFL are playing on Easter Friday because it's the EFL.
And Good Monday. Monday.
But the problem is the Premier League won't go because of the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So Leeds West Ham, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need Leeds to win it. Sorry, I need Leeds to win it.
Have them two played?
Is it the London Stadium? Is it a London Stadium?
London Stadium,
yeah. Stadium. Yeah, I just need Leeds to win it, mate. I just need Leeds to win it.
Leeds and West Ham, are they playing again in the league as well? Have they still got to play each other in the league?
Yeah, they still got to play each other.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
This is a tough one.
West Ham.
Anyway.
West Ham.
I would say West Ham. Yeah.
I think West Ham.
No, I'm never gonna say West Ham. I'm not. I fucking hate West Ham. I hate West Ham with the same passion I hate Arsenal, bro.
Mate, I don't want Leeds. I do not want Leeds anywhere near the Wembley semi-final. Save Chelsea. Right. Prediction time. Touch wood. If Chelsea go through and Leeds go through, I bet you any money they'll try and rig it for the 1970 Cup final. I bet you any money they'll rig it for that. But I want West Ham to go through in it.
I think
West Ham in extra time. I'll go different this time. West Ham in extra time.
Guy?
I want Leeds to win it, bro. I want them to win it 1-0.
Anton?
I think West Ham will squeeze it by 1 goal, whether it be 1-0 or 2-1. I think West Ham will just squeeze it. Or they might even win in penalties extra time.
The thing is, my father-in-law's a Leeds fan. My wife's brother's a West Ham fan.
Go with your head. Don't go with your heart. Go with your head. What does your head tell you?
But think of it. Think of the two teams that are still in it. West Ham and Liverpool. 20 years ago, you know.
They had a decent final that game.
I'm saying, but I remember that game like it was yesterday.
I'm saying
to think.
I'm saying 2 penalties. 2 penalties. I don't give a shit who wins it. Because, yeah. And I mean, next week we've got Champions League. Only one of us are in it. We're confident.
You'd want that game to go to extra time and penalty, isn't it? Get a few extra minutes in their legs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what is it next? What is it next week? We've got Champions League. We're not going to cover that.
Champions League, Europa League, Conference,
and then we've got Premier League next week.
Premier League next weekend. Thank God. I tell you what, this international break seems like it was a summer again. It just feels like it's been long.
It's been really long. Dude, it's been so long. Yeah. It's been so long. It's been so long, and also for me, it's long because, like, I was telling Robert backstage, like, I haven't been to a football match. I haven't been to a live football match, be it Spurs, Charlton, or England, and seen a win, bro. A football match. I've not seen any wins. Bro, I'm getting depressed here. I haven't seen one fucking football team I like win a fucking match since December, bro.
You could do a small favour and go to a few Arsenal matches.
Oh, God, no. Whoa, you took that too far.
Well, no, if he hasn't seen a team win, then he could go do us a favour and go and watch Arsenal lose. isn't it?
Yeah,
But Anton, if you want to see a team that wins, Everton's just down the road.
Yeah.
Go watch them. Robert, if you want to see a team win, go see Sunderland. And for me,
it's Fulham.
Brentford.
It's Fulham.
Brentford up the bees, up the Keith Andrew bees, innit?
Oh mate,
Keith Andrews Irish bees. Go on.
We've had one person viewing us for the past I don't know how long. So we come Tuesday. We were watching. But you know what?
That one person. Hello. Hello. Sorry for any inconvenience caused tonight.
The expressions of everyone's opinion does not express my own opinion on this channel. Oh, but you know what, guys? We've near enough gone 2 hours again. Next week I might do a show next week. It all depends what KG wants to do because this is literally a filler show in case whenever KG can't be asked.
Well, KG said
What's that?
KG said he's back next week, so
KG's back.
He's back next week. Mate, all I'm going to say is we'll be back next week for the mastermind interrogations. If one of our team loses, strap yourselves in. It's going to
be next week will be FA Cup weekend. Like we'll be FA Cup review, so we'll cover that in
he does his show. We got the Champions League. We're playing PSG, ain't we? Well, Liverpool.
You're getting fucked. You're getting fucked. You are getting royally.
Quick prediction.
You know what's even worse? They could play you, lose the game, say 2-1. They got a week to prepare, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They'll recharge their batteries, go back to Paris or back to Anfield and whackies.
So what's everyone's prediction quickly before we go? What's everyone's prediction for PSG Liverpool next week?
7-0
they're getting
PSG.
fucked. They're getting
7-0
fucked,
PSG. 7-0.
They're getting fucked. I think it's going to be more than 2-0. I'll be surprised if it's just 2-0, mate. They're on fire, bro.
Well, what helps us is that the first leg is at Paris. So if you could keep it within a respectable 1 goal or even a draw, then you know what I mean, looking good for the second leg.
But it didn't help last season when you had them in the last 16. You went to their place, beat them. They went to your place and beat you.
Yeah. And you know how unfair. I mean, I say unfair. I shouldn't use that word because it's just the way it is. But we topped the league phase last season, and then we got PSG in the first knockout round. You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
Yeah, but the fact that you beat them 1-0 and then they had to beat you and take you to penalties, it wasn't until people can assume PSG are a super team, right? But if you look at that run to the final, they never really picked up gear until at least the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Villa took them.
And then they very nearly went out against us because remember, the rumour he played a blinder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Liverpool went to penalties. Villa nearly took them to the brink. Arsenal didn't do nothing with that dead-ass tifo anyway. And in the final, they played a dead Italian football team called Inter Milan and got pumped.
Yeah.
This season, we're showing... everybody says the PSG team's special, but...
I don't think it's special. I just think they're very... I said this last year, mate. I said this last year. I said the PSG they're not the best team in the Champions League. I said this. They're not the best team, but they are the most cohesive team. Bro, if you look at them defensively off the ball, if you look at them off the ball and on the ball, they are the same cohesive team, and that is Luis Enrique, bro. That is down to Luis Enrique's coaching.
But listen, Liverpool beat them once. Newcastle got something out of the game. We got the Club World Cup out of it. Tottenham nearly won the Super Cup. So 4 of every London team of the English teams took PSG somewhere. And
I mean, we were this close to beating them in the Champions League. This close.
We were this close, mate. We were this close until Thomas Frank completely screwed the pooch by bringing on fucking Archie Gray and Bergvall on and putting 10 people in front of the goal.
But you know what? I'm saying Liverpool 2-1. I honestly think you'll go there.
As much as I
And
want
do
Liverpool
a
to
job.
win, as much as I want Liverpool to win, just because we could have an Arsenal-Liverpool final. I just.
Do you honestly believe that Arsenal will get past Barcelona?
I think
Barcelona will
no.
destroy Liverpool.
I
No,
think
sorry,
They
destroy
will not.
Arsenal.
No.
They will not.
I don't. As much as I want Arsenal to get royally pumped.
God. Could you imagine fucking Arsenal fans if they get to the final? Jesus Christ.
They
No,
bottle
you know what's worse?
It doesn't matter.
No.
Just the
No, I
whole
don't want them
build.
nowhere near it, bruv. I don't want them anywhere near it.
No,
Just the whole build up. It'd be
you don't
unbearable.
understand. You see
Yeah.
this here? 2, yeah? I'll say come back when you win 2. They'll say they don't care, they've got 1.
Yeah.
And
I don't want them anywhere
and then
near
you
it.
know what's even worse?
Yeah.
Barcelona will outscore them.
even worse?
Barcelona will outscore them.
Win the Champions League and you're in the Club World Cup. Just try and think that for a second.
No, I want them out, bro.
You'll see the Arsenal stands on social media and that already doing AI clips of the Club World Cup trophy with Arteta holding it.
The thing is, we're also forgetting Barcelona tore us apart. Barcelona will tear Arsenal apart. We're also forgetting they've got to get past Sporting Lisbon. Grokovic is going home. Grokovic is going home with Sporting.
Yeah,
and Sporting,
but,
don't forget.
You're saying about Barcelona.
There's plenty of matches to play before we start talking about finals and championships and all that. Arsenal already shit the bed on their first test. You know what I mean?
And you can't talk about championship. We've got a Tottenham fan here. You've got to get used to that league.
Guys, you talk about Barcelona pumping English clubs, yeah? But, yeah.
Yeah, but that was league players. Saying this, bro.
Lamine Yamal look like mincemeat. So,
Pedro, show me the guy in the blue. Doesn't he want to leave your club?
No comment. Hang on. Considering you're talking about
all those players that said they want to leave Chelsea, it doesn't matter what they say because they're all on that death row sentence of a contract.
Yeah.
Contract.
They're fucked.
They're all on there like Suge Knight, mate. That's what they are on death row records.
Yeah,
they can't leave.
They can say what they want, but they're the ones that signed their long ass contracts.
Exactly. We have the power in our own hands. You want paid 100 mils. Yeah. You want Enzo Fernandez, we want money back. You want Caicedo, we want money back. Yeah. So balls in our corner. You are Newcastle, you've got the balls in your corner. Tonali, 100 mil at least. You got Bruno Guimaraes. Don't let Manchester United little blow you.
We're not selling Bruno Guimaraes anyway. Tonali will probably leave. Apparently, Antonio, you little brother of Isaac. I think we got a good deal for that one, I'm not gonna lie. And Gordon will probably go. I've already said Gordon will go Liverpool. I've already said it. Gordon will go Liverpool.
He'll go somewhere.
The way he's played, yeah, I'll take him.
Yeah, he's a great player. Good player.
I mean, I think we paid like £45 million for
What's his name? Cody Gakpo. He's better than Cody Gakpo.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the thing is, we'll sell, you'll sell. I don't know any
what league
championship
I'm in next
players.
season, mate. Sorry.
But you know what, guys, I'm going to end the show because we're near enough hitting 2 hours again. Jesus Christ.
It was quick.
Everyone, if you, it was actually a quick show. Give it.
It doesn't even feel like 2 hours when we do the stream.
It doesn't. But you know what?
I really don't.
Guy, thanks for popping in from the championship. Anton, thanks for popping in. Patrick,
see you later, my friend.
I would say thanks for popping in. And everyone, if whoever watches, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Right.
End the stream, Dave.